I was making a video for the website, and I thought I'd make one more for YouTube and Facebook as well, talking about improvised weapons a little bit, of what you have right around here on your desk. You know, I pulled out my keys. Now, keys can be a great weapon, but don't do that stuff like you saw in the old magazines where they said have them sticking out your fingers like that, and you're going to try to punch somebody. You know, when you hit something, you know, a lot of times they'll fold up and they won't necessarily go where you want. You might hurt your hand. So there are two ways that I like to use keys to defend yourself if you have to. One, have it between your finger and your thumb like this and have a little piece sticking out. And with that, you can just sort of rip the guy's face in. You know, you're pretty accurate if you just jab, because we can all reach out and grab something and touch something. So when that's in your hand, we can be more accurate and just reach out and grab, jab an eye, jab the nose, wherever in the face. You can also rip it across the guy's face this way and be tearing with that. Okay, so that's one way you can use a key. Another way is if you have it sticking out the hammer fist. Okay, so by putting it out the hammer fist and you start smashing the person all over the face, the head, wherever you can hit, that's going to do a lot of damage. You know, somebody grabs your arm and you take that key and you smack them in the back of the hand, they're going to let go, and then you can get off to safety. So those are two ways to use a key. And that's also one of the reasons I like to teach a hammer fist as one of the basic self-defense tools for people that aren't learning a full martial art. And it's because you can take that hammer fist, you can hit a person and not hurt your hand, but then you can also put something like a key in there and use that to hurt somebody. So that's one way or two ways you can use keys. But, you know, we look at what else do we have. You know, in a common office, you know, look at the things you're going to have. You can have a regular pen. That pen in the hammer fist can also do a lot of damage. And you know, it doesn't have to be a special tactical pen like this metal one that will do damage. You can just use a regular pen that's still going to hurt somebody. A pencil, jam it in their eye, stick it so far in there, break it off, and leave that pencil in their eye. It's going to get the job done. You know what else? If you have scissors, scissors, a great weapon. That's going to work. Heck, I got a stapler here. Hold that stapler and smash a guy in the head with it. It's nice, heavy, hard. You hit a guy a couple times in the head with that, it's going to do some damage. You know, heck, a coffee cup. You know, here, grab John Wayne and smash the guy up in the head with him. That's going to work. This big microphone I use, that's heavy enough to smash somebody with. Look around. There are things everywhere that you can use to defend yourself if you need to. So you should never be unarmed, okay? And what I'm talking about is that there's always something around. Obviously, if you are trained and you're in a place where you're allowed to carry a weapon, that's great. Whether it's a firearm, a knife, pepper spray, something else, if you're trained with it and you're in a place where you're allowed to carry it, that's your first and go-to item. But for those times where you are somewhere where you're not allowed to carry conventional weapons, look around. There are all sorts of things that you can use to defend yourself if you have that right mindset. And that's the kind of mindset I want you to have, is what can I use? How can I use it to defend myself if needed? So there's just a little bonus tip I wanted to throw out today. Go to surviveanddefend.com and you'll learn a whole lot more. I got all sorts of stuff at that website for you. You can follow the Survive and Defend Facebook page as well. I'm always sharing things there to help you stay safe and defend yourself if you have to.